Hey, what's happening, everybody? It's your old pal, Mr. Butter, coming back at you again. I woke up super early this morning so I could beat the heat and put this review together for y'all. Today, I want to get into a silhouette that I haven't owned yet, but this colorway really just jumped out at me, and I decided to grab these from Finish Line. If you're into kicks and you feel like hanging out, then hit that subscribe button. Let's take a look at these ASICS Gel 1130s in the White Sage colorway. As I said, this is a silhouette that I haven't owned before. I had actually been looking at the ASICS Gel NYCs along with this silhouette, and I was kind of just waiting for a colorway that I thought, oh, that's the one. That's going to be the pair that I get. When I saw this color on Finish Line, I just added them to cart and bought them right away. Part of what appealed to me about the Gel 1130 over the Gel NYC was the price point. I feel like the style is similar, and if you're looking at the Gel 1130 compared to the Gel NYC, I don't think one looks far more premium than the other pair, but that retail price of $100 really made this pair seem appealing, especially when on top of that, I used some status rewards from Finish Line. So all in, I got this pair for less than 90 bucks, and I think that is a tremendous value. It came in a regular ASICS box. I have seen this style box before. It's funny, when they ship it from ASICS, they don't double box it, so they just put this shoe box inside of like a mailer sleeve and then seal it shut. Every time I order a pair from ASICS, the box looks like it's been through a battle or something to get to me, but this one's in pretty good shape. Not that it matters, because this is a pair that I plan on wearing a good bit. Since I never owned this silhouette before, stick around to the end because I'm going to throw them on feet just so that we can talk about sizing and see how they look. The tag reads Gel 1130, and the colors are vanilla and white sage. I went with my true to size 10, so hopefully that works out all right. And without further delay, here they are. This is the Gel 1130 in the white sage colorway. I will admit, whenever I first got these and I opened them up, my first thought was just that the color looked nothing like the color online. Whenever I ordered these, I thought that these had a way more greenish tint to them. Even with the name of the colors, the white sage, for some reason, I just imagined that would be a green color as well. Whenever I got these, I wasn't disappointed because I really like this colorway in person, but I was expecting to get a light green colored shoe. Aside from that, I was very pleased immediately whenever I took these out of the box. I love the combination of colors on here. We've got some off-white, some gray, some cream, and I just think these are going to be really easy to wear, and I love the style of these. I feel like this is such a good value for the $100 price point. I don't know if you can get this kind of style out of another silhouette for that kind of price. Right now, the retro runner style is definitely in, and like so many of those other silhouettes, this has an upper that's made of a very breathable mesh, and it's got overlays of both suede and synthetic materials. It seems like for the most part, it is a decent feeling suede, but then on the side where we have this ASICS emblem, it seems like that is all just a synthetic material. But overall, I think these things really look like they're high quality. And if I had to guess the price point of these, I would have thought that they were around $150 US. Speaking of which, I'm going to compare this to a couple other silhouettes that are much more expensive than these and just show you why I think this is such a good bargain. So first off, this is the Zoom Vomero 5. This is my most worn pair of this summer, and the base is a very breathable mesh, and then it's just got a bunch of synthetic overlays. I really like the color on here. Blue is my favorite color, and I have been rocking these a ton. But whenever you look at these shoes side by side, I don't get the feeling that this one is far superior to this one. Simply based off style and the build quality, I would probably guess that this ASICS is more expensive. However, this pair of Vomeros cost me $160 US, and this one retailed for 100, but I ended up getting them for below 90 because of status rewards. This is the most comfortable pair of shoes that I've had on feet lately. So if this ASICS Gel 1130 is anywhere near as comfortable as this Vomero 5, then I'm gonna have a problem, because with them being so affordable, I'm gonna grab every colorway that speaks to me, and I think then I could have some issues. Another silhouette that I thought this would be a good comparison to is the 1906R, which is a New Balance. This silhouette has really gotten popular the past year or so, and most recently we've seen some collaborations with Action Bronson. I struck out on them, but of course Action Bronson has his Baklava line, and he's got some crazy colorways of this silhouette. I really like them. I'm watching prices of them, and I might pull the trigger if they drop to a certain point. But anyhow, this shoe retails for 160 or 170, and again, I don't think that it seems like it's got way better quality than what this ASICS Gel 1130 has. Again, this is a very comfortable silhouette. I love the style on here, but I'm hoping these are as comfortable as what my New Balance 1906Rs are. But to my eyes, I think you can get a similar style out of this very affordable shoe that you get out of this much more expensive shoe. Now that we've got the comparisons out of the way, we'll take a look at this outsole. At the midfoot, you can see that we've got some hard plastic here, and I guess that just adds some structure and some rigidity to the shoe to prevent your foot from twisting in the wrong way. But again, that's a feature that we see in much more expensive retro runners. Underneath the heel, you can see some foam peeking through between that traction, and it says gel. On the heel and then the forefoot, we've got some off-white and some grayish, greenish traction areas, and it just feels like it's a really hard rubber, similar to the rubber that we have on the outsole of the New Balance as well. As we come up to the midsole area, we can see on both sides that that hard plastic that we saw on the outsole kind of wraps up to the midsole area. Then on the heel, we have this opaque looking material, and this feels different than this hard plastic does. This actually feels like a dense cushioning material as opposed to this hard plastic, but it has the same look as that material that we saw on the midfoot, and I think that's neat looking. The rest of the midsole just has a bunch of lines, and it seems like it's a pretty soft foam, but I like the color of it. It's just a nice off-white or beige color. Then as we get to this upper, we can see overlays of a tan color as well as a gray color, and that actually seems like it's a pretty decent suede for most of these overlays. We've got the tan on the base, and then it's going up the eye stays, and then we also see that tan suede kind of wrapping around the heel, up around the collar. And I really like these lines that they press into there. I think it makes the shoe interesting looking. But it looks like that is almost like an off-white or a very, very pale green color. And on the very front of the shoe, we have a nice gray suede. And again, it's got some pretty cool little designs pressed into it. We have the ASICS A here at the base of the tongue. And the material for the whole base of the shoe is just a really breathable mesh. I think these are going to be perfect for the summertime heat, and I do plan on getting these into the rotation pretty much immediately, so that's part of why I want to throw them on feet today as well. The tongue consists of more of that breathable mesh material, and it's just in that tan color. It's got kind of like a canvas lace loop here at the middle of it. Then at the top of the tongue, we've got some ASICS and some 1130 branding. These only came with one pair of laces, but I think they look really good in there. It's like a cream color, and it's kind of like the oval rope style lace. Our sock liner is a nice tan color, and it also seems like it's a pretty breathable mesh material. Down on the insole, it's gray, and we've got some white ASICS branding. That was a pretty quick in-hand look at the ASICS Gel 1130s. I want to throw these on feet to see how they look, and then we can talk about sizing and that sort of thing. I'll be right back. All right, so I've got them on feet, and my first impression as far as comfort goes, they are snug.
They are snug.
So I had to loosen them up a good bit and really give myself some extra space with the laces to get my wide feet in there. They're not snug lengthwise, they're just snug where my feet are really wide up towards the front. That being said, they're not uncomfortable in the least bit, and I feel like it's a good snug. Like, they just feel like they're very secure down on my feet. There's no rubbing, there's no discomfort or anything. These things feel crazy comfortable. And I know I haven't had these on long, so I'll have to test them out, wearing them all day, being on my feet, walking a whole bunch and everything. But these might be just as comfortable as the Vomero 5. And with that price point being $100, where those Vomeros are $160, I think this shoe might be the best value for the money, if I'm being honest. On top of that, I love the style of them. I mean, they look like a really nice quality shoe, and you would never guess looking at these compared to the Gel NYCs or the Cayano 14s. You would never suspect that this silhouette was so much more affordable than those other ASICS silhouettes. I really wish I would have had these earlier in the summer, because I think I would have already been wearing these a ton. I can't express how comfortable these are, and they really do just feel very breathable on feet, so it's perfect for this summer heat. Little top down POV. I wish there was a way for y'all to feel how comfortable these are just through watching the video. These are going to get used heavily in my rotation. And with them being crazy affordable, there's really no reason not to beat them up. So once again, I am absolutely impressed with a new ASICS silhouette. I think these things are so comfortable, and I'm really loving the style of them. I cannot think of a more comfortable, better looking, affordable silhouette than this. I think these things are crazy. I'm going to be wearing them all the time. I am really just baffled at why these are so affordable, and yet similar shoes sell for $50 and $60 more than this pair. Let me know if you've grabbed any ASICS silhouettes lately, and let me know what you think about them, both the style and the comfort. Also, if you think there's any ASICS silhouettes that I should try, let me know, because I am definitely becoming more and more of an ASICS fan with each pair that I get. Hope y'all got a good look at these White Sage ASICS Gel 1130s. Let me know what y'all think about them. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you on the next one. I'm out.